What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Louisiana Outdoorsman. Today I'm gonna be making a solo trip. I hope you guys weren't tired of these jug line videos and catfishing videos and stuff like that, because we are on another one today. We are going kind of to the same spot that we did for the tournament. It's not the exact same spot, but it's the same area, should I say. But this time, being that it's not a tournament, I'm just going there for fun and to actually catch some fish to keep and eat. We are going to be setting out limb lines as well. So I got my 9 or 10 jug lines, which I know some of you guys requested that I make some of how I make my jug lines. That video is coming soon because I do need to make some more, because I only got 9 or 10 left out of 20 I started with. But I'm gonna set those 9 or 10 jug lines out, and I'm also gonna do a good bit of limb line, probably about 10 limb lines as well, because last time we did limb lines in this area, we caught about a 20-pound catfish. So, but this time I'm gonna actually, besides, because I was kind of focused on the tournament video, I was kind of zoned in on winning. This time I'm kind of take the time to explain how I'm setting these out, why I'm setting them, where I'm setting them, and all that good stuff, to where, in case you guys were curious, now you're gonna know about it. So like I said, I'm gonna be going out by myself this afternoon to set them out. I'm gonna probably run them one time this afternoon before I head in. I'm gonna rebait them, then I'm gonna come back in the morning. Me and my wife are probably gonna come back in the morning and run the lines and pick them up and everything like that, let them sit overnight to see how they do. So like I said, I'm about 5-10 minutes from the landing. I'm gonna catch up with you guys when we get back out there, and I'm gonna try to show you how I set them up and how I do everything I do. So stay tuned. Alrighty, as we're starting to set out the jugs, we're facing some pretty brutal conditions. I don't know if you guys can see, but the waves are pretty rough out here. The wind's pretty bad, so conditions aren't the most favorable to do this by myself, but we're gonna make it happen and get it done. As always, got the handy dandy beef stew meat with marinated and minced garlic. A little secret bait that I always use. And what I'm doing, if I can get out this cove, being that I'm setting out limb lines, I'm not gonna set, normally what I do is I set these jugs decently close to these cypress trees. I don't know if you guys can see them, all these cypress trees. I normally set them pretty close to the cypress trees because that's where the catfish like to stay. But what I'm doing is I'm kind of putting them in between. They kind of got these little coves right here that I'm kind of just putting them in between, because being that I'm running limb lines, my limb lines are going to be, in fact, that's a really good tree right there with that greenery right there. That's where I'm probably put a limb line. But see, like this little cove right here, I'm going to throw a jug in here and just let it go. But all I do is take it, how that commercial said, you set them and forget them. That's what we're going to do. But now we're going to get out some, I actually got to make them. I went to the store and I went buy me this big roll. This is some good stuff right here. If you guys ever are running jug lines, trot lines, limb lines, anything, this tar nylon, if you guys can see it, the tar nylon or tar dip string in general is some really good stuff. It holds a good knot and it's very, very strong. So this is what I need to actually make up my limb lines. I need to tie them and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna do all that and I'm gonna get back with y'all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of this tar string and I'm gonna measure out probably a 1.5 feet, somewhere roughly in that range. I'm gonna cut it, and then what I'm gonna do, this is gonna be the piece. I'm gonna tie that to the tree like that. Hey, there we go, getting the camera. Tie it to the tree like that, make a loop. Then I'm gonna tie a swivel to the end of this. I'm gonna tie another leader, probably another foot, to where that part will be in the water. And I'm gonna tie a hook on that, and I'm gonna put a weight, a small weight, just to keep stability on the top half of this. And that'll be basically my limb line. But I'm gonna rig one up real quick and I'm gonna get back with you guys to show you exactly how the whole setup's meant to look like. So that didn't take too long. Maybe it took about a couple minutes. But this is the finished product. I actually had to used a different type of weight than I originally planned. I wanted to use some egg sinkers, but the egg sinkers I have, the eyelet or the hole for the egg sinker wasn't big enough to fit this tar string on. I need to buy some ones with bigger eyes or a bigger hole through the middle. So I had to go ahead and use these 1 ounce pyramid weights, which will still do the same thing. It's just gonna sit in the water. Like I said, it's for stability. But like I said, this part's gonna go into the tree. Got you about 1.5 foot leader up until a barrel swivel. Both ends are tied. Weight goes on the top half. And what you got is another foot leader down to a hook. These hook, I am using bigger hooks because the fish I am targeting on these limb lines are bigger catfish. So I use a little bit stronger hook. It's about a 5/0 hook, circle hook. But like I said, it just goes to there. And that is a simple limb line as it is. I'm gonna set up 8 of them today. So I got, like I said, I got all my stuff set up right here. So as you can see, I'm gonna set all these up, organize them, and then I'm gonna go out and put them out to where I can just have to tie them on the trees, and that'll be over. And I'm gonna sit back for a little bit, watch the sunset, and I'm gonna check them right before I'm ready to leave, and I'm gonna rebait them, and I'm gonna head out for the night and recheck them in the morning. But I'll bring you guys along once I go actually put them out to show you where I'm gonna put them and how that works and everything like that. I have got all of my limb lines pre-made, ready to go. Didn't take me too long, about 30 minutes to do all of them. That tar string is really hard to tie, so that's what took the longest out of everything, was to get that tar string to tie. And once it ties though, it's a solid knot. It is not slipping, it's not going anywhere. So like I said, I'm still in these cypress trees. I kind of just came back in this little cove by land, drove up on the grass. So I'm gonna go up to these trees. I'm gonna find some good ones, which the ones I'm looking for is where they got still green leafy branches that are right above the water, maybe a foot at most, right above it, which is I've had most success. So I'm gonna try to find those and try to bring y'all along and show y'all how I hook them up, just for a couple of them. So we made it to the first tree. This wind is killing me, so I basically got to drive in the tree to keep me held in here, which is still not even keeping me held that much. But as you can tell, nice green leafy, not too far above the water. So I'll bump it up a little bit. I'm gonna take my first limb line, and you want to make sure the branch is actually not about to die, and it's pretty flexible. This branch isn't about to die whatsoever. That's why, again, you find the green leafy ones, because those are the ones that you know are flexible and most likely won't give in on you. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come into the tree a little bit. I don't want to put it right on the edge. I want to get a little bit thicker portion of the branch. So I am absolutely fighting this wind right now. My goodness. You guys probably can't see much because I'm trying to do this right here, and it is absolutely whipping me right now. Alrighty, like I said before, we're going after bigger fish on these limb lines, so we're gonna have a nice hearty big chunk of beef stew meat. As you can see, I don't know if you guys can see right here, I put my limb line, if I can fight through this wind and get back to it, right here on this bottom branch. I've set my limb line, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cook this nice big old chunk of beef stew meat just like that, and drop it in the water and hope for the best. Now I can get out of this tree. Good gracious, that was absolutely ridiculous to do by myself. So, whoa. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these set out. It was extremely hard trying to get in there and hold the tree and tie it and bait it and everything by myself. So I'm gonna get these all strung up, and I'll get back to you guys once everything is set up and ready to go. I have set everything out. Like I said, I put them all in this tree line that strings along way down there. As I told you guys, I set all of my limb lines really low to the water with the branches that come off the tree that are basically skimming the water. because I make mine a little shallow, so I like to put them a little lower to the water, and it's a little harder, even though I hate to think that people would do it, but it makes it harder for people to see where my limb lines are, because a lot of people, they see the tree doing like this and then they end up wanting to check them and somebody ends up stealing your catfish. So I set mine, that's why I set them a little low. Jug lines have been sitting. I'm gonna wait probably another 15 minutes. I'm gonna run everything for the night, gonna rebait it if I need it, and head in for the night and recheck them early in the morning. As you can tell, it has been hard to set them up by myself. Let's just say I ate a few limbs in the process of trying to hook up these limb lines by myself. But hopefully it's well worth it and we get on some catfish pretty soon. So stay tuned. I do believe there's a fish on the limb line. Oh, this wind. There's not. Would you look at that? Nice. I didn't think there was a fish on there. That's a nice 3-pound little cat right here. Yeah, I'll come back and rebait it. Look at that. I did not expect anything to be on any of these lines right now, but he apparently was hungry. Nice little channel cat. I said about 3 pounds. I said probably change it to about 2 pounds, but still nonetheless was not expecting that. So we're gonna put him in the chest, and as you can see, it's empty, but make that one catfish in the ice chest. We're gonna try to get him some more. That pumped me up. That pumped me up. I do believe we may have another catfish on this limb, on one of these limb lines. It's pretty tight and it's moving around. Let's go ahead and grab it and see. I do believe. Look at this. I am beyond excited right now. I did not expect to catch anything on these limb lines right now. I knew maybe coming back in the morning there would have been some catfish possibly on them, but not this quick. About the same size. Okay, nice little channel cat again, but it looks almost identical to the other one. About another 2-pounder. This fish is super long and skinny. I don't know if it's just the type of fish that's actually in this little lake right here, but nice catfish nonetheless. We're gonna add him to the chest with his identical twin, and that makes 2 catfish before we even wrap it up for the night. Woo! Oh, it's got a fish on it. Look at him pulling that branch. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see if I can get to him. This looks like a good one. This looks like a good one. Get to where I can actually pull him in. And it is a good one. Look at this. I cannot believe. Oh, Captain. Whoa, Captain. I literally just set these out, like I said, 30 minutes ago, and I did not expect any fish to be on there tonight. I expected them in the morning, but this definitely is a 3-pound channel cat. This is bigger than the other 2. And like I said, these are all coming on the limb lines. I don't have much faith in my jug lines in here, because like I said, they're deep water. I tried to roll them up to make them shallow, but these jug lines are definitely putting on a show this afternoon for something I did not expect. So we're gonna put them in the chest. We're gonna have to get some more ice, and ooh, I'm stuck on a tree, and soak these overnight, and that way hopefully we can get on some more in the morning, because I am pumped. Well, that was a surprising turn for the first afternoon. Like I said, I really just came out here just to set them up for the afternoon. I knew I was gonna run them this afternoon, but I truly did not think there was gonna be anything, because I only let them sit for maybe 30 minutes. So them catfish were like hungry, like bit extremely fast. So I'm excited. We got 3 nice ones, probably anywhere from 2 to 3 pound channel cats. Hopefully tomorrow morning can just knock it out the ballpark and have one on every limb line. But I know it's high hopes. But after seeing that, my hopes are way up here right now. So I'm headed in for the afternoon. It's getting pretty late, sun setting very fast. So we're gonna pick this up tomorrow morning. So stay tuned, and I'll see you back in the morning. All right, guys, we're back out here this morning. It's pretty foggy, as you can see. Say hi. Got my wife with me this morning. She's gonna help me pick up the jugs. I'm gonna do the limb line since she doesn't like to get in the trees. But we just pulled up to the first limb line. Looks like they got a fish on it. So hopefully majority of the limb lines got it. I don't have much hope, like I said yesterday, in my jug lines because they're too deep for this area. But the first limb line looked like they do have one on it. So we're gonna give it a check and I'll get back with you guys. Let's see what we got. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the tree is indeed moving. If I can get in here without. That's a decent little check. Oh, he came off right as I got him in the, ow! Right as I got him in the boat, he came off the hook. So thank goodness I got him in there. All right. A little bit smaller than the ones we caught yesterday, but still a pound and a half. Nice little channel cat. That's all we've been catching is channel cats, but I'm pretty sure on one of these lines today there will be a blue cat. So we're gonna put them in the ice chest with the other ones we caught yesterday and continue checking. All right, guys, I could be wrong, but that jug line right over there is looking like we might have something on it, because it is drug in the tree and not where I put it. Going? It's all tangled. It tangled me?
Yeah, it got tangled.
Fish tangled us in the cypress knees and got off. Well. Alright, third limb line. I got 8 of them, so we're about to see. Ugh. Oh, he twisted off. God dog it. As you guys can see, this is what it looks like when a big catfish twists off. It's got that real nasty slime all the way up, and you can see where he wrapped himself around the hook and twisted off. Well, that's the chance you take when you let lines sit overnight, but what you gonna do? And it must have been a pretty big catfish too, because I had a really big bait on here. I do believe we got a fishes. I do believe. If I can get in here without hurting myself. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right. I knew sooner or later we was gonna catch a blue cat out of here. So, still, they're all about the same size. They're about 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds. Caught a few 3-pounders yesterday, so. But we're definitely gonna put him back in the chest and keep on moving. Gotta recheck the little limb lines here. Looks like we got one on. which we just rebaited that long ago, so. Let's see if I can't move this. Get this out of the way. And put this little channel cat in the boat. Oh, get it with my hand. Still decent little channel cat, about 1.5 pounds. Gonna add them to the ice chest along with all the other ones. Hopefully got some more on the other lines. Show is. There's a good little tree right here. It might be a big one to pull that flag under like that, unless the flag just slipped. All right, we're running the lines one more time for the morning. Oh, that's a good one. Second to last line, I was hoping there'd be something on it. It looked like a good one too, because it's pulling the tree pretty good. Oh, a little channel cat. Little channel cat. I'll get you off of that. All right, probably gonna be the last fish of the day, because that was, like I said, that was the second limb line, and we're hanging them up now without bait and sort of hooks not in the water. They're still real skinny. They're not real fat in here, but about 1.5 pound channel cat. So put them in the ice chest and continue to make some meals. All right, guys, that is gonna be a wrap on today's video. Didn't do as well as I thought. Well, I take that back. We did as well as I thought, because we did have a few that either broke off, twisted off, somehow got off. Bait was missing off of a few hooks, so we know that the fish are active in this area. So I'm definitely gonna come back here. What I did was I hung my limb lines back up in the tree to make sure no hooks were in the water. Turn my boat before I hit the tree. And make sure no hooks in the water to where no fish can get accidentally hooked and just sit there. So make sure all that's good. I'm gonna show you guys. Got not much, but it's seven catfish, all channels except one blue that we caught this morning. Like I said, one of them that you've seen previously that twisted off and had the slime all over the line had to have been a massive catfish to put slime all the way up that line. So like I said, I'm definitely gonna be back. Don't know when, but I will be back to run limb lines here for sure, and I will be adding more limb lines all up and down this little tree line right here. So hope you guys have enjoyed. Like I said, I hope you guys aren't tired of these jug line and limb line catfish videos, because there's gonna be 3 in a row now. But as always, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for another episode of Louisiana Outdoorsman.